Today, photographing action sports, wildlife in Baja California Sur. I'll share some impressions shooting wildlife sports action with Nikon Z9 firmware 4.1, a little bit about using my new DJI Air 3, and just show you some scenes from my GoPro and those of how spectacular it is down here. Well, hey everyone, it's Hudson. Welcome to this week's video. I've been down here in La Ventana, actually El Sargento, just sort of a suburb of La Ventana, near La Paz, Mexico, and Baja California Sur. Kite surfing, celebrating one of my best friend's birthdays, and having a general good time. And you guys saw the video coming down here. I packed in my Nikon Z9 with the 100 to 400, and that's mainly what I've been shooting seabirds and sports action with kite surfing and wing foiling and kite foiling. And I've been flying my new little DJI Air 3, which has just been an incredible joy. I'm gonna have to do a full-fledged video just about how much I love this little drone. It sort of solves all the problems I have with any drones before. So I'm going to show you just a little highlight reel of stills and video captured with those, the GoPro Hero 10 that I'm filming this with right now, and my Google Pixel 8 Pro, and just let you see why I love this place so much, particularly in winter when there's an ice storm at my home in Portland. All right, so I think you can see why I love this place so much, and you know what you can do with you know, the 100 to 400 millimeter lens and a Z9 or a Z8 with their just incredible action autofocus. This is my first time really using firmware 4.1 with the Z9, and it does have that updated bird eye detect. And I will say that when photographing the little sandpiper along the beach or getting these frigate birds and pelicans in the air, it's been pretty darn amazing how well it locks. Now I'm still using wide area to capture a subject and then transferring that through my hybrid autofocus using either a lens function button or my custom settings function button 3. Those haven't really changed for me in recent times, since I've done my last video about action autofocus, which I will link. You click right here, you can see that action autofocus with the Z8 and Z9 video that I did last summer with firmware 4.0, I believe it was. Not a whole lot of change, just this bird eye detect, a couple other things. It's been stunning. And the way it locks a subject, there were a few photos of me in that particular highlight reel that you just saw, and I basically handed it to a friend of mine who is an engineer at Nike, a software engineer, not a photographer, hasn't ever used a camera like this. And I just said, you know, put that box on the subject and then hit this button to track it, and here's the zoom. And he was just giggling and using it with joy. It doesn't take nearly as much practice as older autofocus systems did. It's just kind of amazing the way it'll track a subject everywhere. So if you're curious about that hybrid that hybrid area focus, moving from wide area to capture a fast moving subject like a kite surfer or a bird in flight, and then transferring it to a 3D tracking point moving all over the frame. Again, that video I just linked a second ago, and it's also in this video's full description. You click the title or show more. You can see exactly how I set that up. That alongside my Banks video, the big long Banks video. So I'm loving the Z9. It is the ultimate camera for sports action and wildlife and burst shooting. You know, I'm also still running through, I had 2,000 frames on the camera last night. I came home, I put a podcast on my headphones. I started reviewing those images and marking the best ones, reviewing them at 100%, marking each one protected that was the best of each series, and then hit delete all. It deleted everything but the protected images, and I was left with 350 images to bring into Lightroom that I know are all in focus. I have another video about that process. I know it frightens some people. For me, it's essential for this kind of wildlife sports action stuff. And you can click right up here, link into that video for advanced culling, using delete all and marking images that are worth keeping protect. It's just so much faster than loading full one-to-one previews in software after the fact. It's instantaneous in the camera. You can roll from image to image to image to image with it zoomed into 100% and see which one's the sharpest, make sure that the full image looks great, mark it protected, move, It saves hours in post-production culling. So the DJI Air 3, I mentioned that. I've been flying this thing around in low light and great light and bright sunny conditions, tracking people. It has 3D, 100%, you know, omnidirectional obstacle avoidance. It goes 47 miles per hour in sport mode where you lose that obstacle avoidance, and I would not recommend that if you think there's a chance of hitting anything. When I've been out flying this with kites, you'll see some shots where it's very busy and I'm up overhead of everything. I flew at a height where I know no kite lines can reach because they'd be moving around too quickly for the obstacle avoidance. But following a subject, you know, down low when there was only my friend Leo out winging, for example, just amazing the way that it tracks along, and it's so easy to control. The controls are intuitive. It's got a big, bright, built-in screen on that new RC2 controller that's easy to see in bright light. You can tune it to go the speed that you want in normal mode or in cinematic mode. And I've actually had my kids flying it around the yard, setting the cinematic mode speed settings and turning settings to their very lowest, where it just crawls like a turtle barely moving. And they've had so much fun. Between that and the obstacle avoidance, it goes a max of like a mile an hour or 2 miles an hour and turns a max of, you know, 10 degrees per second or something. So it's just really slow, fluid movement. It's an amazing drone to learn to fly. I'm going to put a link in this video's description to it, alongside the Z9 and the 100 to 400, of course. And, you know, buying the Fly More kit for it with 3 batteries and a charger. The charger, all the batteries plug into the charger plugs in via USB-C. If you're out on the road and you've flown 60% of all 3 of your batteries, you can hit a button and it'll aggregate the charge into the battery with the most charge and top it off from the others. You can charge your phone out of the battery's charger. It's just an incredibly amazing drone, and its distance is, you know, I fly it so much further than other drones, and its flight time of 47 minutes on a battery is just amazing. I've been absolutely loving it. And then the GoPro Hero 10. I know there's a 12 out there, but I'm still so happy with the image stabilization and image quality with my 10. I didn't see a huge need to update. And I've been carrying that inside my impact vest with a little tether to my shoulder so that if I were to drop it, it wouldn't go anywhere, and I can just tuck it into my vest and I can pull it out and follow my friends around kiting and film myself. It's just a joy. So, you know, it's been a blast out here. I don't think there's any better action autofocus system out there than the firmware 4.1 in the Z9. Nothing that I've used, and I've used a lot of cameras. I mean, I think there's a lot. All the brands are amazing right now. They're all doing a stunning job. Whew, it's a great time to be a photographer. It's just all so much fun. So I hope you enjoyed a little trip to Baja in winter in the Northern Hemisphere. It's a place I come every year, and it just refuels and recharges me. So I hope that while I've been down here, I'm getting ready for my first printing workshop with Rick LePage in my studio back in the winter of the Pacific Northwest in 10 days. I will be home and back in the cold and gearing up all those printers and creating magic with everybody from their images and having a blast. So stay tuned for some notes on that. Rick and I will share some lessons learned from that, I am sure, in the studio. Hope you're all staying safe, staying creative. We'll see you next week.